Hello everyone, so welcome back to another video. Today we are going to solve contains duplicate 3. So what we will be given is we'll be given an array of integers and we have to find out whether two distinct indices I and j in the array such that the absolute difference between the nums of I and nums of j it is at most t and the absolute difference between I and j is at most k. Okay, so for example we will have here an array which would be like 1 2 3 and 1. So when we have this array here we have values 1 2 3 and 4, and when we say we want a difference at most, it means we should have a number, a difference which should be less than or equal to a certain number. That's what at most means. So our absolute difference between two numbers, any two numbers must be t, at most t, and the difference between the indices must be at most k, and we are given both numbers here. For example, the absolute difference between 1 and 2 is 1, which is greater than t, and of course the difference between 3 and 1 is also greater than 0, but the difference between 1 and 1 is 0. Okay, which is at most 0, which means it is less than or equal to 0. And also the difference between indices is 0. This would be 0 element and this would be third element. Okay, so I mean the element with index 3, so the difference between the indices would be 3, the absolute difference. So that's why we have to return true. I mean that kind of number exists, and when no such number exists we just return false, like in our third example. Now let's have a look at our solution. Okay, so first of all what I would like to do is I would like to create a 2D array, nums indexes, nums index. Okay, we can call it just nums index is equals to new int or nums dot length and 2. So what we'll do is we will store each number along with its index, so that we have its index stored even when we sort the array, because sorting the array makes our job easier, so it makes it easier to solve our problem. Okay, so now what we'll do is we will have a for loop. Integer I is equals to 0 and I is less than nums dot length and I plus plus, sorry, I plus plus, we will do nums index, of I of 0 would be our number, nums of I, and nums index of I of 1 will store here our index which would be equal to I. So now we have all our numbers and our indexes, and now we will use arrays dot sort method to sort our array, but we want to sort them according to our first element of our array, which is our numbers. So what we will do is nums index and comma compare comparator comparator dot compare int dot comparing, not compare int would be our element. This would be a arrow function telling that we have to sort our array based on our first element of our 2D array. Okay, and now we will have integer I is equals to 0 and integer j is equals to 1. Now we will have a while loop. So while our j is less than nums dot length, we will so first of all I would like to have four numbers, four variables. Number one, I would like to just store all our values, or number one would be or nums index of I of 0, and similarly we will have three more variables. It would be j of 0, or number 2, and or index 1 and index 2 would be j I of I of 1 and j of 1. So here we are storing our current number and our next number, and also we are storing index of our current number and index of our next number. We will have a if condition checking if our difference between number 2 and number 1 is greater than t, because remember it should be less than or equal to t, because we want at most t, and our index 1 should not be equal to our index 2. If it is, then we will just increase our I and we will skip the remaining part of a loop. Now we will have another if condition, that is if our difference is indeed less than or equal to t, the difference between our numbers, then we first of all we will check if our I is not equal to j. Okay, I mean if it is equal to j, or our absolute difference between math dot absolute difference between index 1 and index 2 is greater than k, and if it is, we will just increment our j, because it should be less than or equal to, as you might remember. And now we will else, in our else part we will just return true, and if we don't get an answer in our loop, ultimately we will just return false. Okay, so that was our whole algorithm. Now let's try to run our code. Not a statement. Okay, sorry, we have to return true, and now true, submit, and it's accepted. Now since we completed our algorithm and it's accepted, now let's again have a look at our algorithm or our program. I would like to reiterate everything we have done step by step, and I think it's extremely easy if you try to break it down in pieces. So first of all, what we are doing is we are just creating a 2D array to store our numbers which we already have been passed in our nums, and we are also storing their indexes. Why we are storing the indexes? Because we want our numbers in a sorted array so that it becomes easy for us to work with them and find our value, boolean value, which we have to return. So that's why we want to sort the numbers, but if we sort the numbers we will lose the indexes. That's why we are storing the indexes in our 2D array, and after we do that we sort our array, and after our array is sorted we will use two pointers, I and j pointers, or I will start from 0 and j will start from 1, and we are using four variables, long variables, to store our indexes and our numbers. We have a if condition here which will check if our difference is greater than t, and if it is, then we will increment our I, and it will also check if our index 1 is should not be equal to index 2. Okay, because it is possible that we might have incremented I previously, and this time our I and j point towards the same element. So that's why we have to make sure that both of these conditions are true. Then we will increment I and we will continue to our next iteration of our loop, because as we might remember, our condition was we should have at most t, the absolute difference between our numbers, and it should not be greater than t, it should be less than or equal to. And after this we will check if our I is equal to j, and if it is, or our difference between our indexes is greater than k, which it shouldn't be, because our differences or difference between the indices I and j, or index 1 and index 2, should be less than or equal to k, and our I and j should not be equal, because as I said we might have made them equal. So now if they are, we will just increment or j. Okay, and then we will, if not, it means that our I and j are not equal, and that difference is less than or equal to k, so we can just simply return true. And if all our numbers fail our conditions and we can't return true in our loop, within our loop, while iterating through our array, then finally we will just return false. So I think it was easy, but if you are still confused, please tell me in the comments. I will try to improve or do something different. And thanks for watching my video.